Welcome to the best gambling show on the internet. This is the home of the money pick. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. What's up, Marine? Everyone who's in here, let me know how the mic's coming through. First thing, Patreon, $7 a month. Executive tier. I will have a specific video or at least specific directions for you guys on Patreon this weekend. So just get at me there. Thirdly, executives, if I did not send the Discord link, I will be sending it. My bad about that. I thought all of you had it. Fourthly, NFL week 2. I hope everyone's ready, man. I hope everyone's ready. What's up, Panic? What's up, Mark? What's up, Tasha? I'm doing great. I'm doing great. And also, I want everyone's opinion in the comment section if we should move this Thursday. I would prefer to have this Saturday after I post my bets on Friday night, but like it's always been Friday and it helps me. So yeah, it's just maybe Thursday night before the Thursday night game, but then the talk just revolves around us attacking a Thursday night game that, like, for me, I rarely bet them. So yeah, man. What's up, James? What's up? Get deleted. What's up, Warren? Yo, Warren, I haven't seen you in a while, man. Hope you're doing good. Yeah, man, and I appreciate you guys working the algorithm like Banshees, because we're not sponsored by a gambling company for obvious reasons, as you guys can see. So, like, you guys did magic with the algorithm. So if I haven't thanked you yet, I appreciate the work with the algorithm. What's up, Marcy? Yeah, okay, thank God the mic is good. Yeah. What's up, Niner gang? What's up, Rich? Rich, great to see you back, man. Like, let's just get straight into the Patreon questions, or I'm going to get sidetracked with the chat. So let's get to the Patreon questions. I'll start with the last one first. Yeah, man, and we got some good Patreon questions. So this is from Rich. Pittsburgh and Detroit, Denver money line parlay. What you think, John? Yeah, I like it. I just don't know if I would be putting Detroit in the parlay because, like, there's a lot of questions and there's a lot of things that can happen in that Bears game. I mean, the Bears did not look all that bad against the Vikings besides what happened. I just kind of wanted to lay off Detroit, and I don't want to touch their games. I was like, even in the same mode last year, because the point spreads kept racking up, and I get it. We want to bet Detroit because Detroit was really good to us when this page got going. But, you know, the page got going because we were betting them with big spreads when they were getting points, like +8s, +7s. You guys remember when they were 1-6? Yeah, we were like laughing because we were covering every spread with them because they were outperforming expectations. Yeah, man, I just don't know if I would pair Detroit with that Pittsburgh parlay. I would lean towards Cardinals on that. So that was a long way of saying Cardinals. So yeah. I was surprised we didn't see any crazy upsets week 1, by the way. So yeah. Okay, here we go. Lino Frosto. Yo, Lawson. What's good, Lawson? How's it going? I'm doing great. Can Geno Smith be trusted? Shout out to my D-Gens like Dicko, Bizigal, Taurus, and the Hound. Let's get this money. Yeah. Can Geno Smith be trusted? It depends on what sense. I felt like he was absolutely brilliant and breathtaking against the Patriots. I'm actually one guy who's like not expecting anything out of the Raiders run game. Like, I just think Gente is like really overrated, and I'm not seeing the explosiveness in him. And it was just like 1 week, and I saw him in preseason. I'm not seeing the explosiveness. Like, you know, when like Detroit drafted Jahmyr Gibbs, like we kind of saw it instantly, even though people were dunking on Detroit for that draft pick. So yeah, man, I do trust Geno. But I'm a little bit nervous about Monday night because I do like them to cover, but I'm nervous about no Brock Bowers. I don't know if Brock Bowers is going to play. We have Raiders fans, so maybe they can enlighten us. But yeah, man, I'm I think Geno's better than most people, and I think he got a lot of blame for just mayhem in Seattle, specifically with the offensive line. Charles Kaiser, Eagles Chiefs game. No way Chiefs lose back-to-back games and home opener. Thoughts? I agree. It's like that. It's like that for me, Charles. And hopefully you're doing well in Georgia. It's like that for me, but I can't bet it. But yeah, that's where I'm just at. I'm throwing my hands up and I'm saying, like, yo, I don't know if Mahomes is going to let this team go 0-2. And that's the science in it. Because obviously the Eagles are a better football team. Obviously, this Chiefs offensive line isn't up to snub, and this Eagles defense line's not going anywhere. I guess maybe the silver lining is that, this Eagles defensive line isn't going to be in game shape, but how did that help the Commanders week 2 against the Packers? How did that help Detroit week 1? They came at them in waves and they didn't tire. And so that's the worrisome thing, the trenches. But I think the Chiefs secondary can do well with these Eagles wide receivers and quarterback, even loading up against the run. I guess my question is, are they going to be able to do enough on offense? I think it's going to be an ugly game, and I think the Chiefs find a way to win, but there's no science. I wish there was. I really do. But that's where I've been with the Chiefs for so many years. Like, I've been dunked on so many times when they're outplayed in games and people act like I don't know ball. And then it finally came through with the Eagles pick in the Super Bowl, but I wasn't excited about it. And I just think the Eagles take a long time to get into seasons. Like, look at that Dallas game. Like, that second half of the Eagles offense, like, we saw that a lot last year. And I was one of the people who bought into the Eagles early. Nicholas Vincent. Hi, Lawson. Was wondering what your favorite 2-team 6-point teaser is. No, thank you, Vince. Give me the Cardinals with that. Like, bring that down. And for 6 points, bring that 49ers Saints game from 40.5. Bring that up to 46.5. And you're in business, Nick. John Noosa, give me 4 quarterbacks with 1 passing touchdown each. Who would it be? Marcy said Rodgers, Mayfield, Herbert, and Allen. I mean, I'm not going to like target Rodgers on that, but I get like that methodology perfectly. Give me Joe Burrow. Give me Trevor Lawrence. Give me, let's see. Okay, Joe Burrow, Trevor Lawrence, Mahomes, and then give me Josh Allen. That would be my list. Probably not the best odds for you, but I actually like that. Get deleted. I want to go A-Rod over 2 touchdowns. I felt like that Seahawks defense was really good in the red zone. Like the shift they put in on the red zone and in critical situation areas was just excellent. I mean, the 49ers dominated them 20-20 the whole game. But yeah, man, what's up, Ron? Don't panic. But if the Chiefs are 0-2, that's going to be fucking serious issues with the AFC West. Yes. Thank you, Johnny Guns. Thank you. Join the executive Discord. Yeah, Dave, I bought my car that year, and I'm not a rich man. I'm not one to flex, but I bought my car because of Dan Campbell, that 1 in 6 year where we just kept doing it. And I'm trying to find our I don't want, because we have ladies in the audience now, because we grew a little bit since like 3-4 years ago, but I'm trying to find our ugly girl that people overlooked in high school. because I was an ugly duckling too. And that like Detroit team was our ugly duckling. And, Detroit fans got heated at me because I was celebrating like Detroit, like that 1-6 start, but I was celebrating it because I was liking the performances. I was liking the project. And that's what I like to get on the ground floor. And like, I do not love betting Eagles Chiefs games. Like, let's be honest about it. Like, it's very hard to get an edge in games like that. Secondly, you guys need to wake up. This is the toughest league in the world to bet. The most money we're not the most popular sport in the world, but we're the sport where the most money is bet. Like, I know professional soccer bettors in Europe, like, they kind of just fucking gave up and just moved to NFL. Same thing with professional college sports bettors. They kind of gave up and they just moved to NFL because honestly, I've tried going really hard on soccer games on Patreon. We were excellent. Just look at this offseason. Every time I said go hard, we were like 6-2, 6-1, ridiculous stuff. But if you want to go hard in soccer, good luck putting in a bet over 10,000. Good luck. I don't care who you are, where you are, what country you're in. Good luck. In the NFL is the only thing where you can consistently pump over $10,000 on a game with no limits. And it's the hardest betting market and the thinnest betting market in the world. But that's what we revel in because it's the best sport. It's the best sport to bet. It's the funnest sport. And I like my soccer. You guys like your basketball. But good luck putting a $8,000 bet on an NBA game. And anyone who says they'll accept that action is fucking lying. Unless it's the finals. I'm not in the studio, Mike, because I sweat in there like a banshee. Like I don't even use an air conditioner, and it's like 82 degrees, 85 degrees here every day. But like in that studio, it's so small, I just sweat. All right, I went off on a rant. My bad. Okay, here we go. Let's get to the next Patreon question. Okay. Brian D. Paul, why Titans? What do you think of Cam Ward and how he looked week 1 and moving forward? Well, I can't say I'm going to put that Titans bet in. I don't think I have the courage, to be honest. But there's also other action I like. There's specifically one Monday night game that is moving on me. But yeah, with the Titans, it's more so getting against the Rams. I guess the reason why I might not be able to follow through with the Titans on Patreon is Brian Callahan. Listen, the Titans offense against the Broncos was kind of how they looked all preseason, and they had the ones out a lot in preseason. And, Cam Ward looked like that against 2s and 3s. Like, my issue isn't really Cam Ward, it's Brian Callahan. And I think Cam Ward's going to have to throw a lot because the only way to attack the Rams is attack their secondary. And I do think this Tennessee Titans offense is improved. But like I said, I'm a little bit worried about Matt Stafford's health. If anyone watched that Texans game, Texans had 2 chances to win it, and I felt like the Rams were saved by a fumble, and they were also saved by a Texans offensive line that was a non-functioning entity. And we know the Rams defensive line is good, but that Texans offensive line it was the same thing as last year. Like, it's one thing to get whooped in physical battles, one-on-one, mano-a-mano. It happens in this league. There's dogs like Micah Parsons and Jared Verse. It happens. It happens. The Rams can come at you in fucking waves. I think this Rams defense line is my favorite in the league. I'm not saying they're the best, but they're my favorite. But I felt like this Titans offensive line made significant improvements. Like, you bring in Zeitler from the Lions at guard, and you saw how much he was missed. And you saw how much not having an elite top 3 offensive line in this league hurt the Lions. I said a book to say this. I'm worried about this Rams offense. I'm worried about this Rams offense if you stop Kyren Williams. And I'm worried about Matt Stafford and that back. Nothing changed. That's why I had to come on. I'm not one to want to just toot my own horn and get on here and make proclamations. But you guys did notice I got on here 8 days before the season started, before the video started, and I made the bet video, a separate bet video. When have I ever made a separate bet video? I made the separate bet video for Texans, Rams under 44.5. And I had to get on here like 12, 13, whatever it was, days before the season because I'm worried about this Rams offense, man. I don't know if I have the courage to bet the Titans unless it's like +6 because I don't like Brian Callahan. I just don't like him. And he's a terrible coach, and he really cost the Titans in the red zone. So, yeah, that's where I'm like half foot in, but I got other options this week, so probably won't be posted on Patreon, but I have to think a little bit after this video. Cal says Green Bay defense looks like Eagles last year so far. Agree, but I don't think this Green Bay secondary is at the same level. But also Eagles never had fucking Micah Parsons, so good point, Cows. Nicholas Vincent, hi Lawson, was wondering what your favorite 2-team 6-point teaser. Okay, I did that. All right. Derek. Okay, Derek says we made serious profit with these last year. He said like we made a lot of money. So that's him saying it. I didn't keep track of our record, but we do this every single week. Hey, John. What 2 to 3 games would you take off this 6.5-point teaser? Buffalo plus 0.5 point. Detroit plus 0.5 point. Ravens -5. Rams +1. Zona -1.5 points. Philly plus 5.5 or KC plus 7.5. Leave KC 7.5. It could get ugly, but I could see a world where the Chiefs just don't show up. But like, give me the Chiefs plus 7.5. Keep Zona. Keep Baltimore. I would take off Buffalo, Detroit, and the Rams. And Derek, I would think about adding that 49ers Saints game and bringing up that over-under to 46.5. It's like I'm not making a proclamation saying the Jets are going to beat the Bills, but I do think this Bills front seven is going to have serious problems with Justin Fields. Like, I don't want to take a stand against it because of how poor the schematic ability was of Aaron Glenn and that Jets defense last week. They were just dropping coverages like crazy. But I don't want to fuck with that Bills-Jets game in any shape, fashion. That +6 is very dangerous for a reason, and I just want to tread lightly on it because, like I said, we didn't see any crazy upsets last week. The Lions plus 0.5 point, I'm just nervous about them, man. Like, I just don't really want to engage with the Lions betting right now. And I said that the first week, like, the Packers-Lions game, I was just like, yo, guys, I don't know. Like, I don't know. And, yeah, do you guys know? Yeah. And if you want another one to bring up, I would just add the Falcons and bring them up. But yeah, man. So that's what we got, Derek. Just think. I know you don't like doing the totals like Canyon Wiz. Canyon Wiz his last week as well that I did. I know you don't love it, but think about that 49ers Saints over under and bringing it up to 46.5 and pounding that under in the teaser. Marine Terry, hey John. Given what we saw from Green Bay last night, how do you feel about Detroit against the Bears? I did say a little bit about that, but I'm just nervous. I think the Bears cover, Detroit wins, but I'm nervous about this game from both sides. Like, I'm nervous. Like, God, Marine, can I be honest with you? Everyone wanted to talk about Jared Goff. This really pissed me off. Everyone wanted to talk about Jared Goff and the Lions offense against the Packers. But no one But no one wanted to talk about, oh, fuck, I messed up my camera, man. But no one wanted to talk about just the vanilla scheme that Detroit was using. The scheme that Detroit was using was terrible on defense. Like Aiden Hutchinson was dropping into coverage. It was man-to-man every single time. And man-to-man's great when you're getting pressure, you're hitting the quarterback, you're getting at them. They weren't. They stopped the Packers' run, and that's what the Commanders did last night. They just loaded up and stopped the Commanders' run. But, like, Detroit had the softest man-to-man coverage in the world. And, like, can I just give you an example? Like, Detroit had, like, 8 guys in the box, okay? And the Packers just had, like, a 2-man route. And it was, like, on, like, 2nd and 8. And so Love did play action. He had tons of time. One receiver ran like a 15-yard cross under. The other receiver ran like 35 yards cross over. And you're just man-to-man, and it's like 6 seconds, and you could have Darrelle Revis, Deion Sanders back there. Like, no one's going to cover that man-to-man. And it's unrealistic to ask a safety to do both of those because there's only one safety back there. They're not getting pressure. Like, what are they doing? You know what I'm saying? So I didn't think Detroit's offense looked as poor as everyone was saying. But I also didn't come into expectations that Detroit would have a top 3 or top 4, top 5 offensive line. I didn't come into this year thinking that. And I was just really disappointed with that Detroit defensive game plan. And I don't know what to do with it, man. I don't. And Aaron Glenn went through a lot of growing pains as Detroit defensive coordinator when he got there. So yeah, man, I just got really mad about that because like, listen, like, I know, like, the media, it's the lowest common denominator, and we think offense, we think Jared Goff sucks, and they want to push that narrative that Dan Campbell doesn't know what he's doing, and I get it. Like, he's a meathead, he's strong, like, he shows emotion. People don't like that. So, like, he's an easy target, and really the only people who, like, were in on Dan Campbell were, like, analytics guys and me. So it's like people are just, like, looking for shit to throw at him, and, like, the expectations are, like, unrealistic. Like, yeah, but Dan's got to have, like, a little bit of say with what's happening on defense. Like, I agree. No, yeah, like, Ron, I got some passion about that because, like, it's fucking lazy. And, like, I get, like, if you're on ESPN and CBS and you're Chris Sims and guys like that, like, yo, you have a lot of money and you don't have as much time as me. I get it. Like, I have a lot of time because you guys afford me that on Patreon. Like, I turn on the film. Like, I watched every fucking game this of week 1. Sometimes my favorite days, I don't even like Sunday anymore because, like, the pressure. Like, I fucking love, give me Monday morning when I can just get the games without the commercials and dive into it. Like, that's what I like. Like, and so, like, it's just, like, a lot of lazy shit going on, and I can't deal with some of those narratives. And it would be great, like, with soccer, because the market's not as hot as the NFL. I can fade those narratives, but, like, there's people betting $100,000 who think like us, so we don't get the soft markets we deserve. But so that's where I'm at. Yeah. Okay. Cals, Lawson, what's up, bro? Do we trust the Bengals with the 3.5? I don't. I don't know if the Bengals start slow or fast, but they were pretty slow against the Browns. Although I watched that game and I felt like the Browns defense, firstly, people overlook it. Secondly, they're underrated. Thirdly, they played really well against the Bengals offense. Someone was trying to cook me in the comment section about that. Like, I gave credit to the Bengals for the win. Like, I think the Browns are a little bit slept on this year, especially defensively. Not that I want to make a stand against the Ravens. Of course not. Okay. Cows, I think the Titans cover against the Rams because it's just, listen, if you talking Rams playoff version, Rams against the Vikings, like, yo, it's one thing, but Rams during the regular season, we bet them a lot. They were a cash cow for us, but yo, that Rams offense, like, we were lucky to win a lot of those bets because the offense just was a non-functioning entity. And if you stop that run, Matt Stafford's been getting out of rhythm. And I'm not sure Devontae Adams is going to help, but I'm not sure that's going to cover up the lack of rhythm and how bad his back is. Always learning. Thoughts on Saints under 14.5 points at plus 190. I love it. It's a really low point total. But firstly, I really liked the way 49ers defense played against Seattle. I felt like they would play well, but the game flow was completely against them. So I left away more impressed by this 49ers defense. And this is going to be an ugly game. So yeah, give me the under 14. Plus 190 is a really good price for that. So yeah. Donks. Danks. I always confuse it with Donks or Danks Digital. Steelers to cover. Are there live? Okay, Steelers to cover. Yes. Are there live plays called in game on Discord? Some people do. For me, the live betting, I don't know, man. I don't love it, to be honest. I used to, but I don't love it. I am starting to see more value present itself in-game than pre-game, and I'm curious if that is a viable tactic that would be explored. It is, but I don't know if people have the personality to do that. And I don't react. I'm actually very calm when I watch football, and I don't really let my reactions get going. Like, I don't react to one loss like other people when a team happens because I just don't do that. And also, we have to understand there's variance in performances. Not every performance is going to be a B or A. Let's just be honest about it. And that's not me coping for any bets that go wary. But let's be honest about it. But yeah, if you have experience doing it, it's good. I have experience doing it, and I think I'm good at live betting. It's just I don't know, man. I feel like it needs to be done at halftime, and I don't know if I have an edge on the algorithm at halftime. I don't. I did 3 years ago. But I don't. And if you go put the bet in and they'll fucking block it and then make you wait 2 plays later and change the line. So I'll start studying it at halftime. Making you quit, Lawson. I'm in a survival. Okay, no, but with live betting, if I have a plan going into it, yeah, I'll do it. But I have to have a plan, and I have to have a specific plan and game flow that I'm looking for. And if my plan doesn't come to fruition going into it, I'm laying off. And that's not great entertainment for people, but I'm patient and I'm not going to force something if it doesn't go to my plan. So if you're going into these games with you're planning on a certain type of game flow and you get the type of game flow and you get the line you want, yeah, I'd go for it. But for me, it's so game flow dependent. And I want to know, I predicted the game flow beforehand. So I really feel like I have an edge. Okay, making you quit, Lawson. I'm in a Survivor with 1,100 people. I used Denver already. Guess the goal is to try and not use playoff teams just in case it stretches that far out for a winner. Who do you like this week for Survivor? I would use the Cardinals, or I would just fucking use the Ravens because this week is risque. This week is risque all around. And I normally would say like use a bad team, but this week is risque. So I actually thought about this earlier today because I saw your question. Give me Ravens. Like, just once it hits this week, well, they could lose, but you never know in this league. But once the Ravens hits, we'll think of something else. But this week, like, I'm not seeing like a bad team like I want to like get behind, but there will be weeks. Joseph Campbell, big dog loss, and looking forward to your show. Love the insight I get from you. Thank you, Joe. Let's get this money this weekend. I have that gut feeling about the Lions, Cowboys, Rams, Steelers all winning cover. I can't say I know Johnny's big on the Cowboys this week. I know he's big on the Cowboys this week. I don't think the Giants played as bad as people thought against the no names. I don't. Rams. Yeah, Joe, I get it. I mean, this reminds me of the money pick of the Rams going to the Patriots last year, and we bet the Rams, but I don't know, man. Like, I don't know what type of rhythm this Rams team is going to have. Steelers, I agree with. I just wouldn't bet the Lions to cover, and I wouldn't want to like make my weekend depend on the Rams this weekend. That's me, man. Like, it's a dog week. I like Texans, but Joe, you just said it's a dog week and you picked all favorites. Anyways, Joe, I'll clarify later for you. And Joe, I'm still mad you misinterpreted. I'm not mad. I'm disappointed. Joe, I actually felt bad about something. Remember like 2 months ago, I told you we were going hard on the soccer, and I told you like keep waiting. It's going to happen again. It's going to happen. And when it happened, I gave specific directions, and then like you missed out on it because you didn't follow the direction. It was that inner game against Sierra. Like, yeah, Joe, like that actually made me fucking sad, Joe. So just want to be clear with you, like that made me sad, like because I was waiting for that interbat for like fucking 3 weeks, just waiting behind the corner, waiting to stalk my prey like a fucking lion in the forest, just patient, man, patient. And then Joe, you fumbled it, but we'll go hard again. Jarrett Hart, 6-point teaser thoughts. Vikings +3. Joe, Jarrett, like the math doesn't math with that. I don't want to explain like the math to you, but I'm not trying to jump on you, Jarrett. But no, why would you go a teaser to +3? Like, what's the point of the teaser? Like, it's Vikings money line, or you have to pass that 3 threshold when you go the other way. So I would throw out that Vikings one. Eagles +5. Yeah, I'm not going to argue with it, but I don't know if that would be on my rationale. Like, there's a world where like the Eagles just like don't show up and like Chiefs win by a touchdown. Bills, yeah, I would just stay away from the Bills this weekend. Like I said, like I don't like their front 7 in this matchup. I have no science. I'm just nervous about it. Seahawks +9. Yeah, like the fundamentals, the math adds up. Like I think the Steelers win the game, and I'm pretty confident about it. But and it has a low total. I think the total's 40.5 off the top of my head. So yeah, the maths. Cardinals +0.5 point. Yeah, like love it. Love it. I just, yeah, like, I don't want to be passing key numbers. Why not just throw? I don't want to be like landing on key numbers, and then it makes me wonder like, what's the point of the teaser? So send me a message on Instagram. I'll give you one. Okay, let me reload it for the Patreon questions. I'm not seeing the chat, so let me just check the YouTube chat for a second. Okay, Chris says, "Hey John, Green Bay to me is going to be a powerhouse in the NFC this year. What's your take?" Yeah, no disagreement from me. No disagreement from me. Yeah, I mean, there's like really no disagreement, and yeah, I I don't have anything to disagree with that. It just depends. Like, are they going to win the Super Bowl? Like, I think that secondary can be exploited because eventually someone's going to be able to deal with the pass rush. We're still really early in the year where offenses are behind. Like, eventually, I mean, the right tackle for the Commanders, I'm blanking on his name. Like, he got fucking beat the fuck up week 1 against the Giants. And like, you're going to get stuff like that early in the season where like teams just like are not ready up front. I don't know if the Packers are going to get that type of easy ride. So yeah, they let Chris out. Chris is free. Free Chris. Free Chris. Free Chris. Yeah, I mean, Chris got locked up on the technicality. So free Chris. Free Chris, man. But yeah, like Chris isn't a criminal or anything. Like, the thing he got locked up for was like such a technicality. It's like ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Like, I know Chris doesn't care about it's like Chris, like I already explained it like 10 minutes on Instagram one day. I was like, fuck, man. Like, yeah. Okay. Yeah. D1, I do think the Jets cover against the Bills. I just don't know. If I have the balls or courage to take a stand because I root for Justin Fields. So I remember Coop sent me a message the other day, and I think it was during like Sunday. He's like, "Yo, someone made this Jets Steelers game for you, like Rodgers and Fields just going off." Yeah, and that ended up going the over the 38.5. That was the best, like that's week 1, that's week 2. We're going to see variance. Like, Chris, I wish I could have said more about the Packers. Like, but yeah. Oh, yo, Chad, what's up? Yo, Florida Keys is brilliant, man. Florida Keys is brilliant. Yeah, I didn't really announce it. So yeah, let's get. Yeah, we did the Patreon questions. So yeah, Chris, you want to come on first, and then Michael Mann? Yeah, let's get Chris on. I mean, he can explain better than me. I mean, Declan, thank you for joining Patreon. Kevin, thanks for editing your membership. 7-11 Sanj. I got more Patreon questions. My bad, man. Yo, 7-11 Sanj, thank you for joining for the full year, man. That's good. Like, I know, like, the soccer guys, I know the soccer, I'll lower everything to $5 once we get to the off season. But yeah, like it was good. Like, and about the soccer, people want me to keep doing it during the NFL season. I will. We need to get past September because, like I said, like I'm not tooting my own horn. I'm not even tooting your own horns because you guys know how to analyze this league. Like, people get surprised by like how high IQ my people are who follow this show because I yell a lot. A lot of people think like I have like mouth breathers following this show. Like I said, like it's kind of incredible some of the things you guys are doing in your life in a terrible economic situation the last 8-9 years if you're under the age of 40. And even if you're over the age of 40, like the economic situation's like it's been terrible. It's not getting better. I mean, if you own like 2 houses, like, yeah, like it's a great economic situation for you and you're going to be doing great. But yeah, like, I mean, some of the stuff you guys have accomplished it's actually really cool to see. Because yeah, I think my dad thought like I have like a bunch of crazy people following me. Like I get like 2-3 crazy people like every year on Patreon. Like remember the guy who bet his mortgage? And I'm just like, oh man. I'm like, oh, like fuck, man. Like, but then again, like you guys told me, like, yo, if you want to tell us to go hard, go hard. Like, you're not responsible for crazy people. And I have to be able to do that because, like, honestly, man, like, I have to tell you guys when to go hard or what's my value. Like, honestly, like, what's my value? Like, I just think the unit shit, like, I get why people do it. I get people do it from an organizational perspective. But honestly, like, what does one unit mean? What does it fucking mean? You know what I'm saying? I understand what it means. But, like, this stuff, like, just means nothing. And, like, so, yeah, like, I just feel like the thing, obviously, no one's the best sports bettor in the world. Like, no one is. Like, the guy who's the best, like, he can only bet NFL because they just use him to make the lines better. But outside of that, like, he can't bet anything else. And I just feel like my values, like, when I'm ready to go, like, I'll tell you guys to go hard. Like, I feel like that's what I do better than anyone else. But you guys also build up my courage with time. So, okay, Raldy, Raldy, what's up? I saw you were vacationing 6 months back, by the way. Raldy, surplus, and awful options this week. I kind of agree with you. It's like an awful week. Surplus and awful options this week, but I got my eyes on Patriots money line, Ravens spread, Raiders to upset Chargers. Can you talk on these? Raiders to upset Chargers? I agree with. Listen, I'm not as high on this. I'm not as high on this Chargers defense as everyone else. I feel like they got a little bit of luck when Worthy went out injured, and I'm not coping for the Chiefs, but I just don't know if this Chargers defense is as good as everyone thinks. And I like Geno Smith. So I think that's going to be a really good game. And I want to see. I mean, Derwin James covers up so many holes on that defense, and Khalil Mack. I mean, Derwin James is the best defensive player in the NFL. Like, I know we live in a defensive end era, and I've been saying defensive end's the third most important position for like since I started doing this like 7 years ago. But fuck, Derwin James is the best NFL player on defense. So that's really my only concern. But I actually like the way you're going there. Ravens spread. That one's tough. That one's tough. I would not do it. But Ravens are great front runners. Like last year, I remember we were high on the Ravens to cover against the Broncos, and they did easy. If you're going to lay points with one team in this league, it's the fucking Ravens. They go for the jugular, and I think they have the best offense when they hit rhythm. So yeah, I'm not going to give you pushback there. Patriots money line. And then I'm really concerned about the Dolphins injury report. Raldy, when I saw that Dolphins injury report the other day, it was Thursday, I got officially out. I'm officially out. And that like injury report from the Dolphins actually hurt my soul for Mike McDaniel a little bit. He's going to have 2 offensive linemen out. They're thin there already. Storm Duck's going to be out. And Raldy, the fact that I'm here talking to you and I'm worried about Storm Duck missing a football game, and that's going to change my litmus in any bet, is fucking concerning. But it also shows the house of cards that is the Dolphins and what Greer built for McDaniel. Like, it's just like you pull one card and it all fucking comes coming down, and everyone wants to talk about Tua's injuries. And I get it. I've always wanted a strong arm quarterback with Waddle and Tyreek Hill and Mike McDaniel. I just feel like once McDaniel's inevitably moved out, it's going to be another Brian Flores situation where we see Brian Flores being, Brian Flores would have another job by now, like if he didn't have that lawsuit, let's be honest. And he deserves it. And remember when the media dogpiled on him and painted him out to be a big meanie? He's too mean for people. And he was the reason why Tua doesn't play good. Remember when they're going to go to the playoffs with Fitzpatrick and they made him bench Tua? And then Stephen Ross, I believe the year before, told him to tank. It's just, I believe everything Brian Flores said, by the way. Not even getting into the racial stuff with that. I don't know if that was real. I don't. And I don't like making a judgment on that. I'm just making a judgment on Brian Flores being awesome. Mike McDaniel will get another head coaching job in the league. I'm also worried about like Mike McDaniel maybe turning back to alcohol. Like, guys, I'm worried about it. Like, I don't know if you guys need to rant, but like, I saw his last two press conferences, and Mike's never been a great public speaker, but he used to be witty. He used to be charming. He would use coach speak in a different way. I mean, now I'm just looking at Mike. I'm like, Mike, you're not fucking forming words anymore, let alone sentences. Like, he's not forming fucking words anymore. And that's worrisome. So, yeah, if you go Patriots, like, dude, no fucking pushback here. Dude, Patriots, yeah, I know. And Rowdy, who cares? I know your next comment, you said, oh, I know Patriots are public. Who gives a fuck? Like you got to do what you do best. I just don't want my money on that matchup because, like, I was right. You know, people are going to cook me over like Jets Steelers going over. Go ahead, cook me for that. But I was right about the Patriots being a bottom 5 roster. And I don't know why that's like a controversial thing. Like, they can't rush the passer and they can't cover anyone. And Christian Gonzalez, like, I keep hearing how like great he is at corner. Like, listen, this matchup is terrible for the Patriots, by the way. But, you know, you take 2 offensive linemen out for the Dolphins of already poor offensive line. And I'll bring it full circle back to Storm Duck. And I was thinking, oh, well, what defensive player played well for the Dolphins? You would think it would be one of these good defensive linemen they have. And I'm like, well, the only one who played good for the Dolphins against the Colts was fucking Storm Duck. And even he's going to miss this game. Chris can correct me when he comes on, but pretty sure Storm Duck's out. And he's the only NFL level corner they have outside of Rasul Douglas. Like, there's just like not NFL guys. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So my bad for the long rant. I think you guys are beat to death with like the Dolphins talk. Okay. Thank you, Jared. Okay. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I think I did all the Patreon questions. If I missed anyone, I'll just write my response. Chris, I'm going to send an email and get you and Mike on at the same time if you want to come on. Next week, we'll get different people on, and I'm curious if we should start Thursday. But now that everyone's in the chat, like, I like doing it Friday, but I'm like uptight on Friday as it is because I post the bets and I want to give full energy to the show. But let me just ask the chat on YouTube a question. If we did the show Thursday, wouldn't that kind of kill the show though? Because it would just become questions about Thursday night football that I already don't like betting. And that you guys know what I'm saying? Like, it just comes down to like props on Thursday night football. And this show's good because we can talk about the other 15 games this weekend and find our spot to attack. Like, I think the thing about Thursday night football, it would be better for views. It would be better for me personally. But I just think the thing about Thursday night football is we're like circling and being thirsty and desperate, like, the Indians on the dating sites, like the way they're thirsty for women, like us on Thursday, we're thirsty for a play for the Thursday night football game. You understand what I'm saying? How it kind of like limits our discussion and like limits like our usefulness when we just get so thirsty trying to chase a Thursday night game. Like, I know that's not good for my business, but I mean, Thursday night football is great. Like, Goodell created it, and I'm sure it adds money to any NFL page. Alistair, what's up, Lawson? Glad you're back. What's up, Alistair? Glad you're back, my friend. I just need to read these comments on YouTube. So, okay, 1 second. 1 sec. Vai passar, né? Tá. Okay. Ron Burke, when I like Fridays, but I'll watch whenever it is. Michael, how do you know what men on dating apps look like? Ask any woman about like the Indian men on the dating apps. Like, fuck, man. Like, I mean, you don't even need to go on dating apps. Have you been to fucking Canada? Friday. Yeah, I agree. Friday. Same. Okay. D Wood. Hey, Lawson, I'm checking in from San Diego. The breathing air is now 2066 per hour today. I agree, Johnny. Weren't you in that situation, Johnny? Johnny's in like the middle of Texas. Like, he's like in a town like called Weatherford. Sorry. No, my bad. I don't want to give out your details, but it's like classic Americana. It has like 25,000 people. Like, Johnny left California. So I know the property taxes are fucking crazy. Like I said, you can't run anymore. But like the 2066, like, yeah, like it went up 66 cents from the last video. Fuck me, man. I mean, you talk about like utopia, like California, man, it was utopia. I mean, really, like it was utopia. And yeah, we're there, man. Jay, Texans fan here. Whereas Jay, just take the breath. You guys were a fumble away from winning that game. And no one could even pick up a blitz. No one. It wasn't even like guys getting beat one-on-one, which is an obvious problem. Like when you play Jared Verse and all them. Like it's an obvious problem. But it was more down to like schematics for me. You were one fumble away from winning the game. Stroud was leading you down. And then, yeah, but just deep breath. Texans to win in the cover against the Bucs. And the Bucs did not look all that right against the Falcons. Felt like they were lucky to win the game with a lot of bad Falcons offensive coordinator play. My vape, Stevie, is just a disposable from Black Sheep. Been using the disposables now. This is like $20K because the other one with the cartridge, it's a lot of bullshit. And the flavor goes after the first use. Alistair Hall, Green Bay looked good since Parsons game. Agree. Guys, how did we make it this far in the show and we didn't talk about the Broncos game? Yeah, I agree. I agree. Yo, the 2-liter, I had to retire the 2-liter. I had some soda though. I'm still drinking diet soda like a motherfucking fiend. So, like, I'm not stopping diet soda. I prepare to fucking die than stop drinking diet soda. Like, man, I'm a caffeine addict. So, but if I drink too much coffee, like, I feel anxiety. I don't feel like a rush. Like, I feel anxiety with coffee. Thank you, Bubba. Okay, let's get some people on. I want to get Johnny on. if Johnny can, but I'm not sure. Okay. Let me send Michael Man. I think Chris is on Patreon. And Lauren, I don't even think Lauren, I mean, I know Lauren's still on Patreon, and she was posting college football bets, which are welcome. I don't know how much Lauren's involved in I don't know if her love for the NFL is the same. I would like to ask her. I don't know how the love for the NFL fades. It's the best thing. It's the only thing. I was just watching Johnny and Dave the whole off season, post baseball and NBA bets, and they were hitting. It's just I couldn't get into it. I couldn't watch it. If that makes sense, you guys know what I'm saying. It's just, and I love basketball. If they retired NFL, I would just bet European basketball, because I like how I like how the possessions are slower, and I just I like that shit. But that's me. But I used to love NBA. I feel, man, if NBA was how it was in the 90s, I would have an NBA channel, and I would just watch 15 hours of sports content a day. What's your okay, my bad. Let's get to the questions. What's your read on the Niners game? Michael, man, I sent an invite. I like Niners, but I would go under the 40.5. I would go under the 40.5. The long shot I had, I think it's moving down. The long shot I had was 32.5. And Chris, let me just take some YouTube questions real quick, and then I'll get you on. But yeah, I would go the under 32.5 at plus. It was at plus it was high. I want to say it was plus 190, the under 32.5. But yeah, I like the Niners game. I like the Niners to win in the cover. Okay. Tennis. I don't disagree with tennis. Shakir or Quentin Johnston. Obviously Shakir. Any thoughts on the Canelo fight? Who's he fighting? I don't even. I used to love boxing. Oh, Lauren's actually in here. Larry, I wish college football would stop being a thing. I wish it would, so we could just fucking do it on Saturday. I wish college football stopped being a thing, and I'm sorry about that, everyone. It's just it's all it is bitching and grown men complaining about other grown men. That's all college football is. It's just people bitching. When my wife has her friends over, they fucking bitch less than college football fans. College football fans just look for shit to bitch about. Everything's just a bitch session. First they bitch they weren't paid. Now they bitch they're paid. They used to bitch you couldn't transfer. Now they bitch you can transfer. They used to bitch about the BCS. Now they bitch because the playoff committee. And it's just bitch. It's the whole thing. And it's none of these people even went to the college. That's the thing. None of the people even went to the college. What are we doing, guys? I love football too, but can we just put an NFL Europe thing on it and just get it over with? Just take it out and old yeller it. I mean, it's good for content for people and complaining, but can we just take it out to the pastor and old yeller it? We're paying them anyways. It's low quality football too. I know everyone likes dunking on Kurt Warner, but even Kurt Warner saying bro, this shit is so basic. If you think you can judge a quarterback in college, you might as well just give up. Like, and Michael Mann's about to come out. I don't want to dunk on him, but like he was telling me, I love slow film. And I'm like, Mike, like you saw the preseason game. Yeah. I still think he's like a backup in this league. Like, what are we doing? Like, it, you know what I'm saying? Like, I used to love it. Don't get me wrong. It's just like, yeah, but anyways, I'm on the minority with that. That's why I need to do like the More Lawson show so I can get that rant off, because I really want some feedback on it, because I've yet to find anything without them like bitching. What's up? What's up, Chris?
Hey.
Hey, man, Tyler Shook was a decent quarterback at Louisville. I will stand and die on that hill. He had a lot of games where he put that team on his back against teams he had no business competing with and absolutely killed it at Louisville. So I will not tolerate
on the field. I want to see him play. I think he's going
to. I do too. Like, I'm sure he's going to be asked for the Saints, but he was good at Louisville. That's all I'm going to say. If he doesn't get hurt and he actually, doesn't go blind for a second, he's not bad.
John Elway would be shit for this team right now. So
dude, you're telling me, bro. I'm just happy if my team can snap the ball. Like, we can't even get the timing of the play clock right. Snap the ball without it being a surprise to Bryce Young, and then God forbid the left tackle actually can block for more than a second. Like it was. All right, I've been drinking, guys. I got
it's a good left tackle.
You're not the only one drinking, bro.
Look, all I will say is Lawson can testify this. I have not been that pissed off. Not sad, just pure pissed off. I have not been that mad about a Panthers game probably since the Matt Rule days. Like, it was disgusting. I would argue it was worse than your game, Chris. Like, I'm serious. It was that bad.
No.
No.
I watched both, and
bad.
But you want to know what made me? You want to know what made me almost drink yesterday? And I don't drink. When Chris, I just check my WhatsApp and I see Chris sent me just a highlight video of a Stanford quarterback, and I'm like, yo, what are we doing? It's week one, guys. Like, it's week one. But no, I know. Like, the Dolphins.
Have you heard from John Mateer yet, Mike?
No, I haven't yet.
Yeah, he transferred to Oklahoma. He's going to save that. He's going to save that college this year.
I'm sure he will.
He looks like Josh Allen. He runs. He throws on a dime. He's going to be good. I know we'll see. College. Everybody's open in college. I get it.
Yeah. But let's get into NFL and Chris. Anyways, Chris, once we finish, we'll get into like your situation. But man.
Yeah, no problem.
We'll close out the show.
Yeah, Mike. But yeah, Chris, I understood why you sent the quarterback, because I think you saw the injury report yesterday before me. And like the injury report was like a body blow. And I'm not a Dolphins fan.
Well, are we starting with the Dolphins? Do you want to do that?
No. Let's not get into it. Let's start with the Panthers. Like, because I mean, I'm fine with laying the 7. I don't know if I'm gonna put it on Patreon. I just don't like laying this many points early. But fuck, man, like I think they can get blown out, Mike.
No, I'm with you, and I'm not the most confident in it, but whoever is when talking about betting early in the season. But look, we know the Panthers are capable of playing better than what they are right now. But that said, I think it's going to take more than 2 weeks for them to get their shit together and actually learn how to do things like, stay on sides when they snap the ball, catch the ball and bounce. What other basic things do we mess up? Hitting the run fits when you actually go and make a tackle. I think it's going to take us more than 2 weeks to figure out how to do that. And I see a lot of the same as what we saw against the Jaguars in Arizona. So,
I mean, they're on the road at the Cards. 7's a lot of points. I'm not a huge fan of the Cardinals. Every time I've ever laid money on them, they've fucked me over and I've lost. Me and Kyler Murray are not friends. I kind of feel like they both play like shit, and the Cards win and by like 5 points, and then everybody gets let down. You know,
I was gonna say, I don't know if there was a least convincing win last week than what the Cardinals pulled against the Saints. That's the only my pushback on betting the Cardinals is more about the Cardinals than it is the Panthers. Like, as crazy as that is to say, like, I trust the Panthers to be ass more than I trust the Cardinals to be good, if that makes sense.
no, it does.
So
It's just
that's my only
it's just a
concern.
weird fucking science
And
to
no
go
one
by.
knows what
You know what I'm saying?
no one knows what the Jags are going to be. That's the thing too. So we're kind of stuck in a no man's land here. Look, if you want to bet it, go ahead. I have no problem betting. Oh,
I'm looking at
hello.
the total on this probably, because I'm scared of the Cardinals. I think they have it in for me. I don't know what they have against me, but maybe the total might be the way to go with the 40. I got 44.5 right now. I think over. Um, but then again, you don't
Yeah.
know either. You know what I'm saying? But
No,
I feel more comfortable
By the
in
way,
the total.
speaking of teams that have it in for you, I just want to announce publicly that in the last 4 Panthers games I've been to in person. Oh, did I lose y'all? No, last
no,
4
you're good.
Panthers
You're
games
good.
I've been to in person, we have been outscored 94-20. That includes 2 shutouts and a rain delay. So if anyone can beat
Shutouts are
that,
rough. To
yeah,
go
and a
to
rain
the
delay, a
stadium,
2-hour rain delay.
yeah.
So
To
if
go
anyone
to
can
the
beat that,
stadium and pay for a shutout is
oh,
fucking rough.
bro, I spent like $18 on a 24-ounce beer. That shit was so worth it in the fourth quarter. Oh my gosh, that
No, but
it was rough.
it's dude. These lightning delays, they have to go.
It's so it wasn't even raining.
No, and
They-
I'm sick of getting dunked on by Brazilians about it because listen, I know it's a soft society and we want to be smart about things, we don't want to be fucking Brazil, obviously, but secondly, guys, we can't be doing this anymore.
It was
And it's
like an
not even
hour delay. Like what the
yeah.
fuck was that? Like an
Mike,
hour for lightning?
No,
Mike,
it
what
wasn't.
time did the game come back on? Because I was watching
Oh
that
my
game.
gosh.
And I was at least enjoying it, and then that happened, and then I lost my rhythm. I lost my rhythm at the 1 o'clock fucking window.
I
I
think
think
the
that's
game.
unacceptable. I'm
Yeah,
sorry. I know it's John's rhythm, oh, that's a crime against humanity. But fuck me, it got
It's
me
a
out of
game of
rhythm.
rhythm, though. It's a
well,
game
the
of
game
rhythm.
ended at the game started at 1 and ended at 5:40. So it was a long ass game. And I think the rain delay. I remember by the time, so there was 8:40 when the rain delay started, and by the time we got out, most teams in the 1 o'clock state were into the third quarter. So that's how long it was. It was an hour, probably hour and a half rain delay.
Yeah,
And they just
And
did it
what's oh
again.
my gosh, you know what really sucked too?
where did they do
During
it?
the rain
Sorry to cut
delay.
you off, Mike.
What?
Chris? Sorry to cut you off, but Chris, where did they do it again?
No, there was another lightning delay that was over an hour at the beginning of this year. It was
the Eagles game.
yeah,
But
yeah, that was fucking
no.
horseshit. That fucked up the whole flow of the fucking game. That fucked up the whole flow of the game.
Bro,
man.
off tangent here. I almost got into a huge fight during the rain delay. And the only reason I got out of it was because I saw that we
Dude,
were
I
getting
fought my
surrounded,
wife
and then we
because
backed up.
she wanted me to go to bed.
No, I know. But it's going to create fights with people, man. No, it's going to create fights in stadiums with people, with alcohol. All right, next game. Chris, what do you got this week? Because we could go on all day. I'm
Yeah, we need to talk about
froze.
games. I know
good,
my service is weird, but let's talk about games. I don't want to talk about the Panthers anymore.
Yeah, we're good.
It's making me sad.
You want to start with Pittsburgh and Seattle?
Yeah, I do.
So everybody and their mothers got Pittsburgh at -3. I like it also, but sometimes I like to fade the public because you know what happens when the public is so heavy on something, it just doesn't taste right. I'm probably going to bet it anyway, but I have a bad feeling about it for some reason.
Is the public on it? I don't know.
Yes, yeah, I think they are. They're at home. Rodgers just lit up with 4 touchdowns. His passer rating was at 150 or some crazy shit like that with no picks.
But that's not in my litmus for it. I'm counting on the Steelers.
But you're not the public, John. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
the public, is mediocre in terms of knowledge of football. They're on Hard Rock and they're just throwing fucking player prop bets around and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's They're not paying attention to over-unders. They're not paying attention to game flow. They're not paying attention to schemes. They're only paying attention to wins and losses, really. And so it's difficult. I'm probably going to wind up taking them. And the over-under is 40.5, which I kind of think is kind of low.
Really? I think it's high.
Really?
So I got Steelers winning and covering for two reasons. Number one, we all know Sam Darnold's weakness is pressure. The Seattle's offensive line is not good, and Pittsburgh's defensive line did not play well last week against the Jets. I think they are going to eat this Seattle offensive line. Number two, the Seahawks, like 151 passing yards last week. Jackson Smith and Jigba had 124 of them. So he was the only one doing anything. And the Steelers have, what was that? Yeah. Well, Steelers have Jalen Ramsey, and I think between him and Tomlin, they are going to find a way to take him out of the game. And I think that could really mess with Sam Darnold. So yeah, I like the under. I think Steelers win and cover. I think this offense has rhythm for Pittsburgh. And yeah, I like the 3.5.
I'd be shocked. One guy in the comment is saying like Seattle's going to run the ball, open up the pass, and boom, like, bro, that's
Really?
going to be
Since
very
when?
hard.
Since when?
No.
I haven't seen it yet. So
No, they weren't even good. Dude, they had good data running the ball week 8 on last year, but they were never a good running football team. And all the stuff came back to Geno Smith because the red zone interceptions, we feasted off that. Like, we should have lost bets, but Geno kept. Every time we faded the Seahawks, like, maybe it was a little bit dangerous, but he would throw us one in the red zone. But also, like, that happens for a reason because, like Mike said, there's no one to throw to. Like, this Cooper Kupp experiment, like Mike said to me, and I restated many times, he's washed, firstly, and secondly, he works in the same areas of Smith and Jigba, which is just it's retarded team construction, and I don't get it. And we're on a countdown to Jada Milroe. I don't know if I started that bandwagon, but when you start hearing guys are getting packages like Jackson Dart and Milroe, that should be a fucking sign to you that, like, this thing isn't long for Earth. And also, last thing I'll say about it, I know I'll let you guys talk and get into the next bet, but yeah, I'm just saying, man, this Steelers defense can't be this bad 2 weeks in a row. Right. And I know no one wants to tip the hat to Fields, but man, he leaves defenses off balance. And week 1, like, that's a hard preparation. Like, let's be honest.
Sorry to cut you off, but something else. I don't know who said it. Whoever was talking about the Steelers' run defense being bad, they're not going to have to worry about Sam Darnold keeping it on his own read all the time, like they do at Fields. So I think that's also, you're playing two differently run schemes in each team, and I think that's going to be a big factor.
Right. You're not worrying about him taking off with the football with his legs.
Right. So, hey, Sam Darnold is a good runner, but, like, not like that.
Not like that. Not like that.
Yeah.
So you're so comfortable in the spread and the under that you would parlay it?
There are other games I would bet over it, but I would feel moderately confident betting it. It's not my favorite bet of the week, I would say.
All right, next game, Chris. What you got?
Let's see. All right, San Fran and the Saints. Okay. Everybody's hurt with San Fran. Everybody's hurt with San Fran. You got Mac Jones going to quarterback. We don't even know when we're ever going to see the tight end again over there.
Yeah, Kittle, he's out for like 3-4 weeks, and
he's on IR.
If not,
I don't even know if Jennings is going to play. I'm not optimistic. So yeah, man.
So like, I mean, and the Saints are at home, but the Saints are just so fucking horrible. It's like it's like, can you throw like, a high school football team out there and then the Saints just barely cover? Like, I mean, or is this just like a wash? Did we just like not even play this game?
Well, I got a question for Mike. Okay, Mike. Now, I'm misremembering a little bit of the Mac Jones Jacksonville Jaguars experience, and maybe you can enlighten me. I remember he had at least 2 good games, and then he had one game that was just fucking terrible. Just enlighten me.
No, yeah, he was fine with Jacksonville last year. And on the topic of Mac Jones, firstly, Kyle Shanahan has always been like a quarterback-proof offense. I mean, remember when Purdy came in for his first game and played the Dolphins and absolutely destroyed them? I could see a repeat of that here. And the other thing, too, that people aren't talking about in this game, when the 49ers traded all those first-round picks and drafted Trey Lance in 2021, there was a lot of talk that Kyle Shanahan liked Mac Jones, had a plan for him in his offense, and wanted to draft him, and was overruled by John Lynch. So I think this has almost been a long time coming for Shanahan, and he has a plan and knows exactly how to utilize Mac Jones's, strengths and contain his many weaknesses. So I like the 49ers to win and cover here. Here's another thing too. The idea of Kyle Shanahan going against Brandon Staley really is making me lick my lips. I don't know about you guys, but they still have Christian McCaffrey. I still think this 49ers defense is pretty good with talent and can hold down Kellen Moore's practice squad offense. So yeah, I see like a 20-10 win for the 49ers. I think the under is a good pick, but people are all pissing themselves about the Niners because they lost their quarterback and their tight end in Jennings. But you got to look at the coaching matchups here.
They can't kick field goals. And, you stall inside the 20-yard line 4 times in a row. You get a block. The special teams was horrible.
But they got a new kicker.
The only person on the team that you expected not to be healthy was Christian McCaffrey, and he's healthy. But everybody else is hurt.
No.
I know. The 49ers sacrificed everyone so Christian McCaffrey could stay healthy.
But I don't know how long you guys spent on the Patreon page. Bro, that's why sometimes I'm kind of unresponsive because I post the fucking bet early in the week. And with the 49ers, I just know something's going to happen. And then the C-Mac injury happened. And then everyone's second guessing me. Are you still doing it? Are you still doing it? Are you still doing it? I posted, I put it in, man. I put it in. We can second guess these till the cows come home. But I put it in, and like I just explained, I said, my litmus is the fucking same with or without C-Mac. I would love C-Mac in there. But as soon as I saw Jennings was going to play, I was good. I knew he would have enough artillery, and I knew he would have enough Robert Saleh on defense. I don't know. That defense, talent-wise, is poor. But I just knew they would get a little bit of a boost. And this week should be good. I got to answer a super chat. Sorry. And, Chris, I want to ask you a question before I do this super chat. Were you here during the Brandon Staley era?
Yeah, I was here since 2019.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Got you. Because, yeah, man. Okay. I was just wondering because that was a rocky. It wasn't even a rocky era. We got against him a lot, but fuck me, it was a bad era.
You want to talk about a night? You want to talk about a night where we did this? The night Brandon Staley got fired. We were so ready to see that man go. He cost us so many bets that the Chargers had no business losing. Lawson alone is probably at least $5,000 in debt to Brandon Staley.
Well, at least on the minimum playoff game.
I forgot about that, dude.
Yo, we were good getting against him for a long time. We knew he was shit for a long time, but also that playoff game was just that one cost me.
There are a few games that should cost a coach their job, like that one when the Cowboys lost to the Packers a few years ago in the playoffs. That should have cost McCarthy his job. And these owners keep making the mistake of holding their coaches too long just for it to never work out. I don't understand it.
Well, because where are they getting these coaches from? It's they're recycling these coaches. There's nobody out there. I'm looking for a coach
Ben Johnson, Brian Flores. Not now, but
Mike, Ben Johnson was. You know how many people Ben Johnson swerved before this job? You are Mike.
I know personally. Trust me, and I don't blame him for not taking the Panthers job. But he would have taken. Well, Jerry Jones is there. He might have taken the Cowboys job, but Jerry Jones is there.
I got to read this super chat. Thank you, Brian. And Brian, where you been at, man? Let's get this money. Thank you for the super chat. Lawson, how do you feel about KC, Philly, and Falcons, Chargers, and can the Saints beat the 49ers? And I like the Colts, and as always, appreciate you, sir. And let's get this money. What do you Brian, just say I don't know what you were saying about the Colts game. You want to bet the Colts or you're against me on the Colts? I'm not sure. KC Philly, for me, I feel like KC wins the game and I have no science. And if I had a bet aside, I would just throw money on KC just to do it and pray. At Falcons, I think the Falcons can cover. I think that game's coming down to a field goal. And I don't want to be the person making that pick because I felt like the Falcons left a lot of points on the board against Tampa Bay. And there was one sequence that really bothered me. I should have posted it on Instagram. Just to give you an idea, I'm not a big Zach Robinson guy, the offense coordinator. I guess you can use pistol now because you have Michael Penix Jr., but guys, there was a situation. I think Falcons were up 7-0 already, driving into Tampa Bay territory. They were at the 45-yard line. So they get in pistol, 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers on both of these. Okay. And it's 3rd and 1, 3rd and inches. So the first one, it's a play action pistol, like with Bijan coming up, and it's play action and they throw a deep pass to Drake London, double covered. I had no problem with that. Then they get in the same exact formation, and the play they used to play action on, they ran up the middle to Bijan Robinson. All well and good, but you're running right at Vita Vea. But that wasn't even the big issue. On the other end, Kyle Pitts had a job. He had to seal the inside. Like, he had to, down block. Okay, he was down blocking against the fucking defensive end, and it got blown up. And I just need to reiterate, Kyle Pitts was asked to do something he can't do. And everyone wants to dunk on Kyle Pitts, but him down blocking the guy has inside leverage on him. They're doing a slant and they're asking Kyle Pitts to down block him, and the success on the play rides on that. So that's where my worry is on that. But I would go Falcons to cover. Somewhat confident, but you're going to get stuff like that. Falcons, Chargers. Chargers, yeah, man. I just think Raiders cover. You guys know my opinions on the Chargers, and I don't think the Saints can beat the 49ers. So, yeah, thank you for the super chat. But clarify what you want to say about the Colts game. All right, I'll let you guys talk. I got to get water. I'm hearing you guys.
All right, well, with the Chiefs game, Lawson, I want you to hear this question. I want to bet the Chiefs just for the hell of it. If they lose, okay, cool. The Chiefs are 0-2. That's great. But here's the thing. If you take out the quarterback for each team, given how the Chiefs played last week, what do you think the spread is? I don't think it's crazy. Yeah, if you take out Mahomes, you take out Hurts, what is the spread for this game?
Eagles minus 10.
Exactly. Yeah. I don't think it's crazy to say the Eagles are 8 to 10 point favorites without their quarterbacks in. So if you're betting on the Chiefs, you pretty much just need the Eagles offense to look like they did in the second half against Dallas and kind of just ride on that, which honestly isn't beyond their own possibility. But, if we're talking we need certain things to go wrong for Philly, then it's not a good bet. It's that simple. So as much as I want to just degenerate bet the Chiefs, I'm not doing it.
Well, I'm not betting the game either. I'm going to tell you why. Because I'm looking at it as if both quarterbacks are in the game, and I'm looking at it as if Kansas City's at home. And from what I saw from the Eagles, if it wasn't for Hurts, they wouldn't have had much going on offense at all. And you talk about A.J. Brown had 1 target for 8 yards. It was fucking pathetic.
Yeah.
He didn't throw the ball at all. He was everything was on the ground, and him running basically. Even Saquon Barkley had a bad game. So I don't really know if it's just they're not in sync yet, because they're way more talented on both sides of the ball. And I think that whole spitting thing took a lot of wind out of everything, that whole team. Because they exploited that shit. They ran right up the middle the whole fucking game because he was out of there for that fucking spitting penalty.
Yo, Jerome. Go on. Yo, Jerome, I just want to say hi, Jerome. The craziest thing, Jerome. I actually thought of you today. Something happened about Detroit on the news or something. I actually thought of you today. It's crazy. Anyways, go on, Mike.
No, that Eagles offense is out of sync right now. I think I told Lawson this, but so, they have their new offensive coordinator, obviously. During the game, they hit that 50-yard bomb to Dodson. Aside from that play, taking that play out, the longest air completion they had was 9 yards. There was nothing going on in the middle of the field. There was nothing going on to the deep outside. That is a signature stamp of things going on or things going wrong within the offense when you can't open up the intermediate portion of the field. So,
or any portion of the field.
Right. So I wouldn't be surprised. Look, if the Chiefs win, I wouldn't be surprised if they win by 7. But I think talent-wise, these two teams are just so
Lopsided.
different. Yeah, lopsided. That's a good word. That you can't really touch it. So if the Eagles show up, they could win by 10. If they don't, if they look like they did in the second half last week, or even the first half last week, they could lose as well. They could lose by 3. They could lose by 7. So it just depends on what you think.
So let's go to a game that I'm gonna bet. New York Giants against the Cowgirls.
Oh, I like this one too, but there's no
Cowboys
science.
Are
no
home.
Real science.
Yep, Cowboys are at home. I'm gonna go with Russell Wilson. Looks like absolute trash. I think Dable looks like a fucking idiot on the sideline with a stupid look on his face. He doesn't know what's going on. I think they're just in complete fucking shambles, and I think that the Cowboys are going to go in there and fucking just completely kick the ever-loving shit out of them. And I know the Cowboys didn't look as good as they could have last week, but you have CeeDee Lamb dropping like 3 fucking passes that are right in their breadbasket. I'm thinking that the Giants are going to have a really hard time on the road. And not like Dallas particularly plays well at home because they don't really play well anywhere.
The worst home team I've ever seen in my life.
It's not like they're gonna have a home field advantage in this one. I don't think that's the case. I just think that they're just superiorly just dominant, and they're gonna dominate them on both sides of the ball. I don't
want to put too much stake into this, but the Cowboys also have like a 10-game winning streak going against the Giants. Like they have completely kicked their ass every time they've played over the last at least 5-6 years.
So opening line was at 6, and I believe now it's at 5. So I'm all over Cowboys right now. On that.
Yeah, I got a strong disagree there.
I know.
I don't get it. I get you don't want to give up on the Giants, but
No. I have a future bet on the Giants under, and I heard you guys hyping up. Yes, Chris. And I actually felt like I was rude to you on WhatsApp, and I wasn't trying to be. But Chris was excited about the Giants when they drafted Dart and Abdul Carter, and I told him it's just take a deep breath. And I heard everyone excited about the Giants all off season. So I wasn't. I'm realistic. I understand what I'm looking at. I just think it's a really bad matchup for Dallas. And
when people draft players like that, you can't expect them to win them a Super Bowl the next year. These are
but this is a quick business.
That you place in 3 and 4 years down the road.
Listen, players. I'm not gonna lie. Okay,
Anderson come in for Houston and completely make a huge difference too. So when I'm looking at defensive ends, iconic defensive ends, sometimes I just want to ask someone just give me how you rated Will Anderson and how you rated Abdul Carter, just so I could see where everyone's at. So I don't know if it's the media come guzzling someone or actually them being honest. You have to look from my perspective, because I admit I'm not lazy with the bets. I'm not lazy when I post a soccer bet or NFL bet, but you want to know what I am lazy with? I'm lazy with the NFL draft, but NFL draft media has made me lazy.
I viewed Carter as an 8 to 10 sack guy. That's the way I viewed it. But
okay.
I'm with Chris on this.
For me,
for a top 3 pick,
than him.
No, I don't think so.
Thibodeau had a better game than him. I watched the fucking game.
It's week 1 and he was barely on the field. He got the rookie treatment.
Abdul Carter was fine the quarterback.
Right?
I know.
Why wasn't he on the field? Why wasn't he on the field?
He was on the field. When he went up against Tunsil, he got dominated. And when Thibodeau went up against Tunsil, Thibodeau was winning battles. Thibodeau and Brian Burns completely controlled that game against
Brian Burns showed up. I'll give him credit. But no, look, okay, so back to
Brian
the original
Burns was
question.
phenomenal, Mike. That was the best game I've seen Brian Burns have in years.
Well, Brian Burns does this weird shit. Well, he'll look awesome one game and then he'll disappear for like a month. That's what Brian Burns does.
Now you're starting to roll in why I'm disagreeing. Because like if it's like dunk on Russell Wilson, I'm here for it. Like that's my thing. Like we can dunk on him. Like give me the alley-oop. I'll fucking slam at home. But like it's a team game, and I'm higher on this Cowboys young offensive line than most. But man, this is a pretty tough matchup. And the reason why everyone was soy facing all offseason about the Giants is because this defensive line can go. And Tyler Guyton, I'm waiting for him at left tackle to do something. And I'm optimistic about this Cowboys offensive line. But I think this is a tough matchup. It's a tough go, man.
So but I trust Dak.
The offense is so poor that the defense is going to be like, midway through the second half or right after the beginning of the second half. They're just going to be like, we're just fucking tired. We're on the field all day long. Our offense is going 3 and out. We're fucking smoked. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing this for? You know what I'm saying? At what point?
And look, Lawson, I'm with you. I'm with you. I think the Giants' offensive line could win battles, especially against the left side of that Dallas O-line. But you know what? I trust Dak to survive it. Like, Dak played probably the best game I've seen him play in about 2 years.
He looked pretty good
on Thursday night. No, so, like, if you're telling me all I have to do is wait for him to outscore Russell Wilson and that worst Giants offensive line by 6 points, I'm taking it. And I like the Giants. Like, look, I thought the Giants had a very good offseason. Like, I thought they nailed the draft. I thought they nailed free agency. I thought they really improved that defense. But their schedule is a crime against humanity. I'm going to say it right now. Like, that is the worst schedule I've ever seen a top 3 pick get ever. I don't know how they got that.
People what that under 5.5 is like come on, man. Like, that's the best future bet I've ever posted by far.
Yeah, that's a good just look at that schedule. And look, if they played in the AFC South, that would not be a money pick. But they play in the NFC East, where every team is good. Like, dude, that was a brutal screw job by the NFL.
Okay, Mike, let me finish my litmus with it because, so against the Commanders, they weren't able to throw the ball because the offensive line, like you said, it was concerning. But, dude, Dallas has Sam Williams rushing the passer. They have Dante Fowler rushing the passer. They got, come on, man. Come on. Russell wasn't even that bad for the Giants week 1. They were in the red zone. They were inside the 5-yard line 2 times and went for it on a both for turnovers on down, of course. Like, yes, that's where the Russell Wilson effect comes in. And you guys are right. I'm just saying, like, I think they're going to have a little bit of a run game. I was shocked that the Commanders' defense of front 7 were – I didn't think the Giants would run it well, but I was shocked what the Commanders' front 7 did against Josh Jacobs and the Packers.
And keep in mind, that's the same Commanders defense that got their ass kicked last night for 4 quarters by Josh Jacobs.
Well, I don't think they got their ass kicked, Mike. No, they did not get their ass kicked.
They got outgained like 5 yards to 1.
The score did not reflect that game. I mean, the defense was all over Jalen Daniels last night. He had no time to do anything. Yeah,
that game wasn't really about the Commanders' defense. That's why I was checking Mike on. Like, Mike, they did their job. Like, they did their job. What did you want them to do? Like, if they would have got a turnover, it would have been great. But felt like that Commanders defense put in a pretty good shift. Like, it was good enough to win. I mean, Jaden Daniels that offense just didn't bring it.
No, because the defense of the Packers is fucking incredible. They're a top tier defense. I'm telling you, their offense is not fucking too shabby either. They have, these receivers, they're no names right now, but they're gonna, Dobbs, Golden,
Chris.
Yes. Jacobs is decent.
It's easy when you do play action and the guy has 7 seconds to sit back. Those receivers
are offensive line is great too.
I was surprised Matthew Golden did nothing. That's what surprised me more than anything.
Well, you guys been building him up all offseason, like, bro.
I haven't even. This is the first time I've seen him play, so I haven't been building him up.
It's 2
I know,
weeks.
but everyone's been building him up. I've heard the same thing about Christian Watts and Jaden Reed, and I like Jaden Reed, and like it's just I don't know, like there's no needle mover with the receivers, but yeah, like I didn't think that game was about like Commanders defense, like they were
It wasn't
fine.
as close as the score shows.
No,
I mean that was
Chris,
garbage points at the end.
No, Chris, but I agree with you, man. Like, that Packers offense, like, is a haul. It's tough to stop them, and like I agree with Mike when he says like LaFleur is a very good coach. Like, I think he's a phenomenal coach. So, and like those game plans, like it's looking like '90s football.
Yeah, and they're young, and they're fresh, and they're healthy, and they're dangerous.
And you understand how defenses work and what people are going to do against them.
Yeah,
that's why there's
those are some easy looks.
Chris, I don't mean to dunk on you, but like Matt LaFleur is doing a lot. That play where Tucker Kraft got like wide open on the seam route, that's all Matt LaFleur.
Yeah, he was open all game. He almost did. He have 100 yards receiving or close?
Yeah.
I think my fantasy.
And they didn't even need him against Detroit. He only got like one catch, but Tucker Kraft's like the best option they have, and I think everyone needs to accept that and then like move on because I think Golden's really fucking fast, but like I don't know, man. Like there's receiver in this league is like complicated, and I think people make it seem too simple. But anyways, next game. But I think I gave my thing with the Giants. Like, I'm just not seeing a pass rush coming from Dallas. So I think Russell Wilson's got a level playing field.
Well, maybe he'll have 2.8 seconds to throw.
Well, but the other thing too is
if he does.
Okay, last thing I want to say about this game, like, look, Dallas' secondary looked very good against the Eagles. Like, Deron Bland and Trayvon Diggs put in 2 very good performances. So even if the pass rush doesn't get there, I'm not super freaked out.
Deron Bland's not going to be out there. And he's the only one you can rely on the cover. Yeah, he's out.
Okay.
And Malik Neighbors is a fucking problem. And
but every fucking play is to Neighbors. It's like they were in the huddle. I'm like, okay, Neighbors on 2. Ready, go. And
they didn't even target Neighbors a lot last week.
You know what I'm saying? It's like you could draw up other plays that have nothing to do with him and still get him the fucking ball. But it's like every play is designed to go to him. It's like, I mean, it's like if I'm not that stupid, you think fucking defensive coordinators around the league aren't that stupid? I mean,
but their best drives in the Commanders game involved Wan'Dale Robinson in the player prop show.
Yeah, and unfortunately, the Carolina Panthers defensive coordinator is that stupid. But okay, let's move on to the next game. We should talk about Falcons and Vikings. Anyone?
No take.
I can't fuck with that game.
Yeah, I can.
Really? You guys see Kevin O'Connell going up against Raheem Morris, and that doesn't get you guys excited?
Well, I hate Raheem Morris, and I'm not ready for the Vikings yet. I got to see more.
Yeah, I'm not ready for the Vikings after that performance, Mike.
I mean, it was bad. I mean, how did Kalen Williams fuck that one up? I mean, look, I was more worried about it going over and it did. But really, Chicago should have won that game. You know what I'm saying?
Lawson can attest to this. Dennis Allen is one of the most underrated defensive minds in the game of football. Him and Raheem Morris are not on the same playing field whatsoever.
No,
and the other thing, too, is, look, the reason they messed with J.J. McCarthy in the first half is because they got pressure on him. The Falcons are not getting pressure on him. So I think you're going to see J.J. look a lot more comfortable in the pocket. You're going to see Kevin O'Connell scheme things open against Raheem Morris. And you're going to see the Falcons win this by at least 3.5 points. And on the other side of the ball,
but the spread is 5, Mike.
Right?
Huh?
Is that what you're saying?
The spread is 5.
It's down to 3.5.
Yeah, I have it as 3.5.
Oh, okay.
So Chris. Anyways, we're good. Like 5, 3.5, 5, and 3.5 is kind of like the same number in this.
I mean, look, is anything I'm saying wrong? Like, I mean, I really don't feel like we're overcomplicating this because the Vikings struggled for a half against a pass rush.
I think what J.J. McCarthy did in the second half, or particularly in the fourth quarter, was amazing. And I love the kid. I think it's great that he did that. You know what I'm saying? Coming off an injury and everything. But, I mean, I can't put money on it yet. Like, I got to wait.
And the other thing, too, is
You know what I'm saying? Like, it was bad.
I will
the first
say
3 quarters were bad. Like, really fucking bad. And Caleb Williams, I'm fucking done with him. I'm done with him and his fucking fingernails. Okay? I'm done with him.
the other thing I will say, too, that I'm really excited for this game, I cannot wait to see how Michael Penix does against this Brian Flores defense. I don't know how it's going to go, but, I'm super pumped for that. And Penix is watching him throw the ball is probably one of the most entertaining throws you will see in football. He's a great arm, super accurate with his passes when he wants to be. I'm excited for that matchup.
Falcons got rid of Cool, right?
No, I think they still have him. They tried to get Eddie Pinheiro, and Eddie said no. So I think they're still stuck with Koo.
Wow. Anyway,
he's missing a lot of field goals.
It's
a really
shot.
Yeah. But I'm high on the Falcons. I mean, honestly, you want to talk the most honorable loss of week 1? Probably the Falcons against the Bucs.
No, I know they dominated the game, Mike. That's why I'm just laying off. There's no lean for me, so watching the game.
I just like the coaching matchup from Kevin O'Connell versus Raheem Morris, and I'm willing to stake money on that.
Hey, I need to talk to this guy. All the way from Trinidad. Love the show. You need to send me a message on Instagram because I actually have a question about Trinidad and Tobago. I'm a big Shaka Hislop fan. So just send me a message on Instagram, please, because I have some questions. Anyways, next game. Chris, I'm no lean on that, but I get what Mike's saying. Though.
Yeah, and it's the Sunday night game too. There's going to be a lot of action on it. I would hope that people.
You know what? That's my biggest problem is that these primetime games, it's like the only thing going on. And it's like I want so much action, and then these teams that I shouldn't be betting on, I'm betting on, and I need to fucking pull the reins.
Chris, you see my dilemma?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm a fucking party pooper, like when I say I don't want to bet Thursday night.
No, it's just bad business. And we're in this for a business. And, I understand, you get the endorphins going and everything else. But some of these games are not fucking bettable. And they put them on TV so this way people will fucking bet on them.
And I'm just trying to drill home, like, this is the most competitive betting market in the world. It's not the most popular sport. It's the most competitive betting market in the world. This small little NFL thing, like, it's a different betting market. It's just like I don't know how to explain it. Like you just can't slang.
Hey, week 1 over $500 million bet on NFL football. Good job, boys.
That should never happen in this life.
Yeah, never. Reality. No, less money was bet on the election.
Week 1, nobody knows what the fuck anything is. You know what I'm saying? Nobody knows who anybody is.
But it's because you got people waiting. Go ahead, Lawson. I'm sorry to cut you off.
But like I said, like you can't just go put like a $10,000 bet on like a baseball game or something like that. Like I see fake people on YouTube saying I'll put $15K on an NBA game. No, sir.
No,
sir.
We've tried MLB this year. MLB is fucking difficult. I don't give a fuck what anybody
says. And sir, you can't put that much money in an MLB game. They won't take your action. Like there's a reason why this sport, like only one country likes, is the biggest betting market in the world. Like has more money in it than like a soccer Sunday, which is fucking insane. And it's just like, you need to think about it a little bit. So anyways, next game.
Can we do Ravens-Browns?
Do you want to touch that game? That 12-point spread?
I have no take.
Yeah, that's the only thing we can do with that is like parlays.
So nobody thinks that they'll cover 10.5 points.
I think they'll cover, but I also didn't think the Browns looked that bad against the Bengals. But I think I'm in the minority. Like everyone kind of used that as like a chance to dunk on the Bengals.
And I feel like the Ravens could just
heavy public money on the Ravens to cover that spread.
Yeah, I was gonna say Ravens might just come out pissed off and want to kill them.
Yeah, no, and like if there's I don't think there's a better front runner in the league than the Ravens if we're betting last year. So this is one of my weaknesses, like not laying points with them. I finally got the courage to lay points in one of these big ones with the Ravens against the Broncos last year, but that was like 8.5. So like this is kind of like a different story.
Yeah.
But Mike, I
I'm
kind of want your opinion about something.
Sure, go for it.
So like, yeah, you know, I'm not the biggest Bo Nix guy. And I was concerned with what I saw against Tennessee in Mile High. But yeah, like I like the Broncos against the Colts. I just want to get your guys' opinion on that, really.
No, I do too, and I trust Bo Nix against the Colts defense more than I do Daniel Jones against the Broncos defense. And that's kind of the start and end to that story, in my opinion. What is it, a 3.5 point spread?
No, it's Broncos minus
1.5 now. Yeah,
Really? Wow. Yeah, give me the Broncos on that. Like, I like that.
I like what you had said earlier also, John, with the Colts team total under 20.5.
Yeah, that's one I probably should put up there. Don't know if I have the courage to do it because if it was playoffs, like, with limited market,
Denver's defense is kind of stout, and I think that Miami made the Colts look really fucking better than they really are, to be honest with you.
No, I'm with you, and you guys did not get a pass rush on them at all, and that's not going to be the same with Denver.
Everybody was healthy on the defense. There was no fucking pass rush whatsoever. There was nothing. Phillips, fucking Bradley Chubb. Everybody was in rotation. They couldn't even get a finger on the motherfucker.
I'm glad you and I are dealing with the same shit from our football teams. Like, it makes me happy.
If you're healthy on the defense, the defensive line was healthy, everybody was healthy. What's your excuse? Unless you're giving up, unless you're fucking just phoning it in. I'll touch base on that.
What did Mike McDaniel do for people to phone it in week one? You know, like he's not that bad a guy.
It's not just because these people you have to understand, we're not dealing with 90s players anymore. We're dealing with 2025. These people are all internet fucking intertwined, media intertwined. You said it yourself. The media was down on the Dolphins during fucking training camp. I mean, if we know that, you think the fucking players don't fucking know that? So they're deflated before they even take fucking step on the field week one. You know what I'm saying? I feel sorry for Mike McDaniel and his fucking slurred speech. I really do. Because, he doesn't even know what to fucking say. What do you say when you come out and you lose 33-8 when all your fucking players are basically healthy, okay? And nobody showed up. Nobody showed the fuck up. And then all these injuries that are happening right now with them, they're all soft tissue injuries. They're fucking pussy fucking injuries. These people should be fucking playing, okay? Especially when you're getting the fucking money that they're getting. Okay, the money they're getting, the Dolphins fucking pay. You know what I'm saying? And they're not fucking playing.
Yeah, but Dolphins pay, man. Like, it's not a cheap organization.
Bro. Okay,
yeah, it's so funny.
They get the shiny fucking players that don't deserve the fucking money. Here, look, they dangle them in front of the fans. Here, look what you got. Look what we got.
Dude.
Shiny objects. And then oh, my hammy hurts. Oh, my oblique. Fuck your oblique. Get on the field and fucking catch a football and run down the field.
This is so funny because I swear the same complaints you're making right now, Lawson has heard me say for like the last 2 years about the Panthers. It's
Panthers
so
have
funny.
The worst medical department in the league. Like,
but we got them fired. We finally did it. We got their medical staff fired. We got new medical staff.
What was the whole scandal with the fucking guy from the Players Association talking about? Oh, well, maybe you should just fake some injuries and fucking, and this and that.
That was
okay. Well, that's not a fucking thing. The guy got fucking fired. You know what I'm saying? It's a huge scandal. You think that's not league wide? These guys are out there getting fucking money. The fans are paying them. Okay, they're not fucking injured, and they're fucking getting paid.
Yeah.
Yo, Chris is cooking. No, I know Chris, and it's infuriating. Like I said, like it was just a body blow when I saw that Thursday injury report. I just said I'm officially done.
Jackson really hurt.
I wanted to be sharp, and I wanted
Darren
to be
Waller. We fucking give up a fucking like.
Yo, dude, the Darren Waller thing fucking killed me. When they signed Darren
Waller, draft pick for this fucking jerk off, and he hasn't even. How did he even pass the physical?
No, and we want Mike to win. Someone's saying, oh, Mike deserves a lot of blame. Yo, did Mike go trade for Waller? Like,
no,
just
Greer
like
did.
Greer's terrible. All right. Anyways, next game. No, but it's just bad, man. No, but
Texans Bucks.
No, but last thing I want to say,
Denver +1 all the way, right? And
-1,
over under 42. Over under 42.
I'm going under. But just one thing about the Miami games, just so everyone has some perspective. I had a
Don't bet
different
it.
opinion than people. That Miami defense was the reason they lost the game. It wasn't the offense.
He turned the ball over fucking 3
Yeah,
times.
I know. But
Well,
dude,
and
the
you know
defense,
what?
like
In the
that was
first
bad.
half. You
Here's
can't
the
turn
thing,
the
though.
ball
Like,
over 3 times in the first half. Like, what the
the
fuck
thing,
is
too,
that?
with that game, like, look, and Chris, correct me if I'm crazy here. Tua had like 3 or 4 just horrendous plays, but it wasn't like a total meltdown we see with other bad quarterbacks. Like, I'm
It
with
looked like a
Lawson.
meltdown to me. To me,
I'm
it
with
looked like a
Lawson
fucking
though. I
complete
felt like the
meltdown.
defense was more of a problem than the offense.
Because they
Dude,
But
let
you watched
Geno
Tua. You
Jones
watched Tua
stay-
more
the
than I
amount
do.
of
So
pressure, the amount of pressure that he was under, he had less than 2.5 seconds to throw the football. And not only that, when he was under pressure and he didn't have his first read, he was fucking lost. He was lost. He did not know what to do, and it was disgusting. It's sacks, fumbles, horrible fucking throws for interceptions, all in the first
yeah,
half.
the picks were bad. The plays that were bad were like really fucking bad.
When you
But
do all that within the first freaking 20 plays that you've been snapped, what does that do to the rest of the football team for the rest of the game?
yeah,
I
It
mean,
kind of makes me
you're
want to
completely
start like a Dolphins
demoralized.
podcast with Chris. But anyways, we got it. Chris, it's no, like
right.
it's I'm not a fan, and it's like raising my blood pressure. Like this when I'm sad that Storm ducks out, like it's bad. Like it's bad. Anyways, next game.
All right,
Bears,
Bucks
Lions,
Texans. Let's go.
plus
Oh,
Texans.
Texans.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. So you guys like the Texans, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
I don't know.
Well, I
don't
hate to
know.
disagree again, but I mean,
I don't
how
know.
the heck is that? How the heck is that Texans offensive line going to pick up a blitz from one of the most blitz-happy defensive coordinators in the NFL?
I
Did the
don't think
Bucks
it's
just have
gonna
a rough first game? Because I think their offense is way better than that.
What, you're saying the Bucks or the
Yeah,
Texans?
the Bucks.
They did. And Baker was just off for a half, and Baker does that sometimes where he just plays like crap for a half and just doesn't look like he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, but did they have a bad game? Because they scored 35 points a game from what I saw last year. And you know what I'm saying? I mean, do they have, I mean, Abuka's going to be great. They still have the same receivers that are over there. Was there
No.
much of a change in the offseason where they're just, I
Well,
don't
they
know.
lost their offensive coordinator again, but like, I mean, I felt like Baker was just off. They looked better in the second half, but it still
But
wasn't a good performance.
they got no worths. And that's what like Jared's saying. Like it's not the same offensive line they had. So I don't know if they're going to be able to lean on people. And the thing I liked, and we saw it with like the Jags against your Panthers, although it's easy to look good running the ball against you guys. You saw like it's run first, play action, keep the quarterback comfortable. And I'm not sure we're going to be seeing that as much from Tampa Bay, at least early in the year. There's going to be some transition. And then also like a lot of important players on that Tampa Bay roster are old, like Levante David, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin. I don't know when he's coming back.
I don't think
So like it is a ticking time bomb. I remember I said that about the Eagles 2 years ago, and none of those guys got old fast. So that could be just me bullshitting, and being too sensitive for player safety and all that stuff. Like Chris was saying, like it could just be me like being dramatic, being like, oh, once they're 30, they're done, and all that stuff. So I don't know, man. I Texans were not that far away from the Rams, and honestly, on rewatch, they probably should have won the game.
No, I just think the team that blocks better is going to win, and I trust the Bucks to do that. That's kind of my
Are you
2
going to
cents
put money on that, though? Are you going to bet that game?
It's definitely not in my top 3, but I wouldn't.
Yeah. Here's the thing, Mike. Here's the thing. The problems with Tampa Bay are the same as they were last year. The secondary is not getting better. That secondary is really poor, and that's an issue. Also, when Vita Vea's not on the field,
it's a
yeah,
problem.
I know they're good against the run, but Chris was in the bathroom. When they're up against the run, because he's got kids and stuff, but when they're up against the run, they're good. Like we know that, and I'm not counting on the Texans running the ball, although they were better than I thought against the Rams. But that Rams front's a beast, but I think it's going to be ugly.
So yeah, and to be fair, I don't feel like the Texans passing game is all that in sync right now. I mean, Nico Collins was not that involved week 1. And I think that really threw them off for most of the game.
No, I
So
think he only had. I forget how
yeah,
much.
like 2 or 3 catches, something like that.
Yeah, I forget how much he had. So yeah, but yeah, man. Anyways, Chris. Anyways, what's the last game we should talk about? Because Texans, I'll be doing something about that.
Look, I think we have to talk about the best game of the week, the closest spread of the week, Dolphins-Patriots. Just for the simple hell of it. What do you got, Chris?
Well, I'm not betting on that game at all.
Yeah, I'm not either, but I'm just curious to know what you have to say about it.
So here's the thing. I think it's a make or break game for basically the entire team, except for forget about the front office and the coaching staff because they're all going to be fucking gone. But there's maybe like a handful of players that they'll probably want up keeping. Because what's going to happen is if they lose this game, they got a short week Thursday night going into Buffalo. And if you're 0-2, losing to the Colts and the Jets, the Colts and what the fuck am I on? Oh, the Colts and the Pats. If you're 0-2 after that, going into Buffalo, you're dead man walking at that point.
Yeah. By the way, that was a real dick move of the NFL to put you guys on Thursday night against the Bills week 3 again after what happened last year.
They've been doing that to us with the foreign games and shit for years now. So I don't know if you're.
Oh, dude,
no, they won't let the Bills go down there and play at 1:00 because of what happened last time.
Okay? Yeah, I know. Well, you know what? I have a dry mouth. You know what the thing is though, you can't go to Miami in September, but we can go to fucking Buffalo in fucking December.
Well, here's why I want to know. Here's why I want to know. Who thought it was fair that the Panthers got to go to Jacksonville and Arizona the first 2 weeks of the season? Who was like, that's a good matchup. That's a fair idea. Like, you mean to tell me we couldn't get one home game in there? We couldn't go to like New York or Green Bay one of the first 2 weeks of the season? Like, why we got to do that?
Tough trip going to Florida.
They said, hey, 2 hottest places in the NFL. Panthers, that's where you're going. Good luck. Like,
anyway,
seriously.
yeah.
Like I was saying, this is where it's going to get rough if we lose this week. Okay, going on the road on a short week, we're 0-3, and then you have the Jets right after that. Okay, and then if you lose that game, you're 0-4, and at that point, it's over. It is over. They're going to clean house. It's just done. Okay, the Tua is probably going to stay for a year or two until they draft another quarterback because he's got the money. There's a couple of players that they just drafted that they're going to keep, like Chop Robinson. The guys that they just drafted this past year on the defensive front, maybe. I don't even think Waddle's going to stay. Achane might not even be here anymore. They're going to clean house to try to accumulate as many draft picks as possible, and they're going to start over with the new general manager, new coach, and everything else. That's why I was saying before, what coaches are out there that the Dolphins are good? What, Bill Belichick? Like what are we looking at here for the Miami Dolphins?
Anyways, yeah, we don't need to open up that can of worms. So.
I'll get back to you on that.
Oh, you get back to it real quick, especially if they lose this week, and then they lose at Buffalo, which is fucking right in the mindset of everybody right now. When you lose 33-8 on opening day, you've never lost on an opening day, this coach, and especially to the Colts.
Right? Hey, bro, I lost 47-10 last year. I've been there.
All right,
but yeah, you don't hire a coach till January.
Pick, because not trying to be rude.
Right,
no, yeah, you're good, boss.
I have to pick the Dolphins. The Dolphins have to fucking win at home. Okay, they're at Hard Rock Stadium, 1:00 in Miami. 1:00 in Miami. What could go wrong? What could go wrong?
Yeah, you know what? I got Dolphins too. I mean, I didn't think this pick. I haven't thought this pick through, but something I was kind of lost in the sauce about that Patriots game is I really felt like they were out coached in the second half.
They were poor.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you this.
And Dolphins got to come in pissed off.
If we see the same type of shit from both sides of the ball again, what does that mean? Does it mean that the Dolphins don't have the talent on the roster, or does it mean that they're just not playing to the way they're supposed to be playing? Like, what does it mean?
No, Wiz is right though. If you bet the Fins, you should call the number because trust me, I was thinking about it, but because the matchup's really good. Like if we're just talking X's and O's, listen, the 2 offense linemen out for the Dolphins could just be completely terrible.
There's
regardless.
nothing wrong with these people.
I know. But Chris, and then once James Daniel went down in that first drive, it was bad. But also the Patriots can't rush the passer. Patriots got a bottom 5 roster. That secondary is really bad for the Patriots. I don't vibe with everyone hyping it up. So it's a perfect matchup for the Dolphins. The Dolphins were created to beat teams like the Patriots, who are weak on the offense line, weak on the defense line. That's kind of who this Dolphins team was created to beat. So the matchup, it's perfect from X's and O's, but we don't know if they're going to show up. So.
If they don't show up.
Yeah, no, but when you get to that point, you just can't bet it. And like we said, if you want to bet the Dolphins, you probably should call the number. You either bet the Patriots or you don't do it. That's where I'm at. Trust me.
If you bet the Patriots, you
should
still call the number. If you're betting the Patriots, still call the number. You should still call the number.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get help, guys.
Get
all right.
You don't need to do
any
it.
last games you want to talk about, Chris?
How about the Bills and the Jets real quick?
No. Can we talk about Lions and Bears? You brought that up earlier, and I think that's a good one.
Yeah, guys, I don't have much to offer on either of these. I just think that 6 points covers. I also think the Jets will beat the Bills. Yeah, why? Go on.
Well,
no,
I got it 5 right now. It went up to 6.
Yeah, both are 6 as of right now.
Look, I don't deny that. I think the upset of the week could be Bears and Lions. I really do. Lions looked very, very off last week without their two coordinators.
I think the Bears cover. I wouldn't pick Bears money.
Okay, good. I was making sure you weren't picking.
Bears and Jets cover.
I thought granted they choked, but I thought the Bears at least looked organized.
Williams looked horrific. He was
in the second half. He did. Once Brian Flores started throwing blitzes at him, he completely pissed his pants. But I felt like he looked comfortable in the first half. He started 10 for 10. I thought he at least looked like he knew how to operate the offense. It was just once Brian Flores started confusing him, that's when things went to crap. But he's not playing Brian Flores this week. Lawson, being a Vikings fan, can testify to this. Brian Flores, once he figures out what you're doing, can really just make just about any quarterback melt down. But he's not getting that this week. He's getting a new coaching staff he's going up against. The Lions looked absolutely lost without their two coordinators. From a coaching matchup, I gotta go Bears. And I don't deny if the Lions are the better team, but fundamentally, if I have to say who's more ready to play right now, between how well that Bears defense played and Ben Johnson, I really feel like Bears money line is a smart pick, even if it doesn't hit.
Well, that's really bold, but we got Bears to cover.
It is, yeah. And it's a 6-point spread for a reason. I'm just shooting my shot here. And we've made money on 6-point spreads before.
They're very good.
And Jets cover Bills 6. Bengals Jacksonville.
That one I have no idea what's going to happen. I'll be honest. I'm punting on that one.
I want to watch that though. I want to watch that Bengals Jags game.
Yeah. The Jags are probably the biggest mystery team in the NFL right now, and beating the hell out of the Panthers doesn't really help that cause. So that's I have no take on that.
But yeah, Mike, about the Detroit game, I'm just like I said earlier in the show, I'm not itching to get against the Lions. I'm not itching to get for them.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you, but
I'm not itching.
So can we go over what the best 3 games are to pick for this week?
You go. Well, I think based on this show, I feel like I'm getting double teamed the entire show.
I got Pittsburgh -3. I got the Cowboys covering the spread against the Giants. I'm going to take a serious look at the Ravens covering the points. I may not play it though, but San Fran and the Saints. Those are the 3 games.
Yeah, maybe I'm just a degenerate, but I got Vikings, not top 3, but I'm with you on Cowboys, and I'm with you on who's their team you said first?
Pittsburgh?
The first team you said.
Pittsburgh.
Yes, I'm with you on Pittsburgh. But I also think the Falcons and 49ers, despite questions about their personnel, have a very good chance to cover against both those teams.
I'm probably going to play 2 games this week and keep my money in my pocket.
Yeah, and I don't blame you. There's 5-6 games. People are saying week 2 is a bad week to bet, but there's 5-6 games that I'm considering. So,
And what's funny is that somebody's going to win all these tickets. They're out there.
Yeah.
So just not me.
Or someone's going to lose.
Yeah.
Probably more losing. Well, obviously, more losing than winning.
Yeah. Vegas always wins, bro.
This week, I mean, especially because like people are going to go crazy on these favorites with the 6. So
which I don't understand. Like, I really don't understand.
No, because it's like sometimes you got to play the math with it. And as boring as that sounds, like I'm not the guy to get on here and explain math to you. Like I've tried explaining the math of teasers to people. It doesn't really hit. And I'm not the guy to do it. But yeah, like trying to explain like the math of like a +6 and why you might like it is very, very difficult. Like,
well, in week, especially after week 1, like week 1 is the oddest week of the year because every team has like 6-7 months to prepare for their opponent. And then people only have that film.
Their opponent is though. They don't know who their opponent is.
No, they do. And the schedule comes out in like April.
They're looking at.
Oh, true. Okay.
Year.
Gotcha. Yeah, but that's kind of like what I'm saying. Like the uncertainty after week 1 is almost as great as it was before week 1, barring injury, of course. But so, week 2, you're kind of still trailblazing into a lot of these bets.
All right, guys, I got to go. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you share the videos. Patreon bets will be up later tonight.
Let's go, Pittsburgh. Let's go, Pittsburgh.
All right, well, Chris, fuck, man. Fuck, man. Anyways, have a good one.
And boys.
Yeah, well, yeah. We'll see.
How about the Cowboys?
We'll see. We'll see. All right, have a good one.
Bye, guys.
See you, Chris. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you share the videos. I think I'll get the bats up at like 10 p.m. tonight. So just give me like 2 hours. So hope everyone has a good night. Yes, thank you, Wiz. Cows. Cows. The prop list is fucking good this week. The prop list is strong. So player prop video is now up. Hope everyone has a good night.